I'm halfway through the second one already, but Evan, why don't go through it? What do you got?
Oh God! So, Fear Street Part 1, 1994.
Oh, you got the year right. Good.
I can't even talk. I corrected it so well.
Yeah, drink more, Evan. It fixes everything.
Sometimes it does, but I think that's just a mind trick. But this is a first of the newly released trilogy on Netflix, directed by Leigh Janiak.
Do you want
I
my
believe?
notes?
No, I got my phone. It's good. Here, I'll hide it behind the clipboard. I don't want to clip it to my phone. Oh, that'll break it. Ooh, yes. Haha.
Leigh Janiak.
Yes.
Janiak.
And she's actually known for the Scream TV series.
Was it Scream or Slasher?
Scream.
Okay.
On MTV?
I believe so. She did a couple episodes of that. And then she also had Honeymoon.
Honeymoon.
I can't talk.
Yeah.
It truly hit me.
Is it resin?
Yes, it is resin.
Resin or resin?
Honeymoon.
Resin.
I really like that. Honeymoon, though, which if you have not seen Honeymoon, I'm not sure if I'm.
Wait, how did Evan say it again?
Honeymoon.
Honeymoon. I like
Pokemon. But
that would be so cool to have another movie called spelled the same way, but it's Honeymoon.
Yeah, you're not pronouncing it right.
You're putting the wrong emphasis on the right syllable.
Yeah, but Honeymoon is an amazing film. If you have not seen it, watch it. Like seriously, it is good. It's the chick from what's the chick that's married to Kit Harington, who was also in Game of Thrones that they fell in love with, and then she got shot with the arrow. Spoilers.
You know nothing.
Wilding.
Rose.
You know nothing, Peter.
Whatever her name is, but
Rose.
she's
Leslie?
in it, and she did an amazing job. That's a good movie. So sorry, that's just a quick recommendation inside your review.
Yeah, thanks. She wrote that too, actually, and directed that.
Yeah, she's good. So I'm really curious to see how you felt about this movie.
Well, then let me talk, and I will tell you.
Okay, go.
So I got to say, this movie was filled with nostalgia, great music, and the really weird fashion choices of yesteryear. Like, I was really cringing at what people were wearing, but I was rocking out to the music.
Yeah, I loved it. I love that, and also the opening part in the mall. I want to go back to the mall.
Exactly. I miss malls.
Yeah, and I want to go to like Spencer's Gifts, which I think we asked last time. Are they still open?
Yes.
Oh,
I saw one the other day.
I need to go.
I haven't been to a mall recently, so I don't know.
I have been to a mall. Wow. I was looking for a hat.
Did you find it?
That's the best place to go. I hope you found it.
I did not find it. But
shit, the mall's the worst place to go.
But it was my last resort because I was looking for it online and it wasn't online. So I was like, well, these stores at the mall would have it.
Yeah. So
basically this is about a town with a really creepy history of like a bunch of unexplained killing sprees and just weird ass massacres. And it all just kind of like leads back to whispers of someone called the Witch.
Yeah.
Where it's like a dark town history that people really don't talk about it.
And it's called Shadyville.
Shadyville. Yeah, Shadyville, not Shittyville.
I like Shittyville.
Yeah.
I mean, they do call it Shittyville.
They do.
Is it resin?
No, it's not resin.
Shadyville.
Yeah, and I mean, I was actually really surprised by this movie being rated R. I did not expect that because Fear Street, I was like, oh, R.L. Stein, cool, this will be PG-13.
Yeah, you missed the episode where that was one of my breaking news because I was so stoked about that, and now all of them are rated R, and that's what we need. And but you continue, but one of my dislike spoilers is that I didn't feel like there was enough rated R-ness to it.
You know what? I actually disagree with you. I thought it earned it completely. It had some amazing gore, and like this was it. It was like horror light. I felt like.
Okay, yeah, and that's perfect example because that was kind of what it was like. There was some really good gore and the cursing's there, which I like cursing. But there was a moment where it went a little bit too far in between, and but it was perfect because it was almost the right amount of time. So I'll give this credit to them is that that happened, and I was like, there's not enough going on. Like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden, boom, I was like, oh, there it is. Yeah, they got me back. So it was like timed perfectly. They waited the perfect amount of time, but at the same time, I wish there was a little bit more. Like for being rated R, I wanted to see more gore, but I think they stayed true to the overall story, and that's why they didn't go down that route. Which I applaud them on that.
Yeah, I was actually impressed at the gore that they did have. I was like, those are some very well done special effects and makeup.
Yeah.
And that, like, oh god, the beautiful set piecings. Mostly, the biggest thing for me was the music, because I'm like, oh my god, I'm going back to my nostalgic ways.
They did it perfect, and I'll tell you already, they're doing a great job in the second one already with the music too. I don't know how they're gonna go back to the 1666.
I'm not familiar with the music back then.
Yeah, me either. So.
Ooh, just a bunch of like weird choirs.
Maybe.
Like
and humming.
Ooh, maybe someone will play the spoons.
Ooh.
Banjo? Did they have banjos back then?
I probably.
Or there's gonna be a bunch of witches chanting.
Oh yeah, that'd be good
like that.
too.
Yeah.
So.
Or Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, and one of the only really issues I had with this is you could kind of tell that this was part of a trilogy. They were to allude to certain things, and then it just really went to nowhere. And it's like, okay, I really hope they touch on that in the next one.
So it's kind of like an MCU movie.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But MCU does it just a little bit better. They had like a whole like rivalry with Shadyville.
Shittyville.
Yeah, Shittyville
and
Sunnydale.
Yeah.
That's where
Is it like
Buffy
Springfield
lives.
and
Yep.
Which is kind of funny
what's the
how
other one?
Oh god. Sheldon, what?
What is it? Springfield and I'll look it up.
Yep.
Suttonfield, right? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Oh. But I do you think that's where like Joss Whedon got that for like Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Was like
Yeah, Fear Street Part 1, yes.
no, just Fear Street, because wasn't like I felt like the Fear Street series, the book series, like they always took place in Shadyville, right?
I don't remember honestly.
I thought it did, but I could be wrong. Like now, I want to go back and I want to read those now. So here I come, eBay. But I actually thought, like, besides the very end of this film, this could have been a standalone film and they could have been done. In my personal opinion, I thought they could have. They probably even could have ended it the way they did and still had fun with it and, slightly adjusted it. Where I'd be like, damn, that was good. Like, for right now, like, this is one of my top movies on Netflix that they have released. It's like this one and also like The Babysitter. Like
Shelbyville.
Yes, that's the Simpsons version. Yeah, well, I mean, other people agree with you because it's in the Netflix top 10. So,
well, good.
You're not wrong.
No, but
you're a trendsetter.
Yeah, that's right. But I mean, for like, I'm just saying, like, out of all the movies that come out onto Netflix that I've watched, they're like Netflix exclusives or ones they produce. Like, those are the two that really stand out to me. Like, all the other ones just kind of falter. And these are the ones that I thought, like, these are like solid films from beginning to end. So,
I mean, I have to go with it is kind of horror light because it does feel kind of like it doesn't go into the darker tropes of horror films. It's very high school horror.
Oh, it's a teenager film.
Well, see, but
rated
like
R.
Scream didn't feel like a high school horror, even though it's completely high school horror.
I agree. But again, that's, I don't know. I still, like I said, I'm not comparing it to big budget ones. I'm comparing it to Netflix films. And this is one that I'm like, I would totally watch this again. That's my point. Is that
fine?
Yeah, like it is up there and is one of the better produced. And even if it came out into theaters, I would have thoroughly enjoyed it. And I would totally, this is like a movie I would buy, but it's on Netflix. So there you go.
So you do buy it every month.
That's true. I keep on renewing that subscription so I can keep on watching it.
Yeah. And I got to say, like, this movie did have some cringy parts, like with the humor. Like, oh my God, what was that one? Did you guys go to Pound Town? I did too. It's like, what the fuck? You creep.
All these couples, I guess there's two couples, and there's the lone guy, the fifth wheel, and he asked that, and it was so great how he's just like, I did too.
Yeah, like I was actually literally creeped out by that whole scene. I was like, what the fuck is going on with this guy?
Like I just wondered, I was like, this is really. I thought the whole scene was kind of odd until that part, and it broke the tension for me. I was like, I like it.
Oh, like I was like, oh, dude, fuck you.
I like that guy, that guy that played that actor.
Yeah,
that guy that played the actor.
That guy that played the actor.
He was really good. I also thought the acting was good. It was well acted. Like
very impressive.
Yeah.
And like I definitely suggest for people to watch this.
Yeah. Me too.
And I mean the greatest part about this is you don't have to wait for the next one.
No. And that was my next question, Evan, is how do you, so you only got through the first one, right?
Yes.
But it got you, like, you want to watch the second one.
I did, but it did tease my expectations with the beginning and then threw me for a loop because I didn't really watch trailers for this or anything. And I was like, oh, wow, this is going to be a great slasher film.
Yeah, it's not.
But then it's not.
It's
and
like
I'm a little disappointed by that because
Yeah,
I'm such a fan of slasher films.
I agree with that. And I wrote down that this is like a slasher / ghost story
Mhm.
to me. But I like it because it's something unique. It's something different that I was like, it's something of its own, which I'm totally on board with. And now that I started watching the second film, I'm like, now I see how this is all going to play out. And like, because at first that was my big question. How do you do go from 1994 to 1974 to 1666, but they're like almost going in reverse, but solving the mystery behind this witch that you referred to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
in the witch trials.
Yeah, there's gonna be some. And that's someone they're alluding to, but at the same time, like, it wasn't enough that like maybe like, oh, like that was like I didn't get enough information because I knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is almost like a series, and I love this. And if this plays out right, I feel like this could be something we see more of. And like I said, so far the second movie, I'm all in, and I can't wait for the third one that comes out this week. And so I hope there's gonna be more Fear Streets or something else like this, because now it's like what Ryan was saying. We're like, hey, I'll take a full movie like if you would say once a month, but I'd do it 3 weeks in a row. That's kind of cool. But I almost did wish they kind of spaced it out a little bit more, because I haven't been able to get through them quickly enough to get to the next one. So it's already out before it's there, but it's already ready for me when I'm ready. So
see, that's great.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah. And then one thing though, nice.
I had to throw that in.
Oh, of course. The one thing I'm actually that's kind of weirding me out is the fact that they're actually going backwards in time. Like, I love the concept, but then I'm knowing like certain points that I wish I didn't know.
Oh, so I thought it was a great little teaser for me.
See, I was just all like, wait, please don't tell me that.
Yeah, you don't like spoilers, but to me, it's
I don't.
something that's like, all right, that's cool, and now I want to see how that's gonna play out, and I like how like there's enough of connection. It's gonna be really interesting to see how they do the third one, because it's all connected to this first movie. That's why like they started off there.
Wait, which first movie?
The 94.
Oh, okay.
No, nice.
So not the first movie is 1666. That's not the first movie.
No. So that's what I'm saying, like, because it's
See,
all
well, that's why I was
connected.
confused
So
with the first one,
it'll start
because I was like, okay, time or
it starts
actually
there.
release date.
And that's why, again, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how it's going to start with the third one, because the second one, it's someone telling that story. Like, who's going to be back from 1666 to recount this story? You know, like, I don't know how they're going to do it. So it could totally fall apart in this third movie. We'll find out.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, go check it out.
Me too.
Netflix.
I highly recommend it as well.
Yes.